copy trade. Copy trade. Copy trade.
Good day to everyone joining us from around the world. Whether you're just waking up midway through your trading session or winding down through the night, welcome. So on behalf of the entire WeMasterTrade team, we are truly pleased to have you here with us for this global live stream session. So my name is Aidan and I'll be guiding you through this exciting 2-hour journey as your host. So today's live stream is not just a presentation, but it's a conversation. It's a window into the engine room of one of the most fast-growing and forward-thinking funded trading firms in the industry. And of course, I'm not here alone. I'm joined by two remarkable guests to help to shape what WeMasterTrade represent today, and skilled traders, mentors, and role models within our community. So first, let me introduce the other composed, always insightful Scarlett. Welcome, Scarlett.
Thank you so much, Aidan. Hello everyone, and thank you for spending your time with us. I'm truly looking forward to today's session. There's so much to cover, not just about trading strategies or rules, but about the full ecosystem that WeMasterTrade offers, from how you start, how you grow, and to how you earn. This is the kind of platform that doesn't just fund trade, it builds traders.
Absolutely, and next to her is someone who brings sharp analysis and clarity to her chart and conversation. She's strategic, she's sharp, and she's a real force in our trading space. Welcome, Ralph.
Thank you, Adam, and hello to everyone in the chat. I'm genuinely thrilled to be here. What excites me most about today is that we are going to unpack everything, not just what WeMasterTrade offers, but how traders can truly take advantage of each part of our system. From packages to promotions to scaling and long-term profit sharing, if you have ever had questions or even doubt, today is the day to ask them.
And that was exactly what we're here for. Whether you're brand new to WeMasterTrade or you have already been a part of our funded trading program, today's live stream is going to give you the full picture, not just the highlight reel. So over the course of the session, we are going to walk you through what WeMasterTrade truly is, what we believe in, and how our programs are designed, and why we are doing it differently from our traditional brokers or platforms. So I want to be clear, this isn't just about sale, it is about understanding. So we want you to know what you're signing up for and what kind of structure support your journey and how you can use that structure to not just succeed, but scale.
And speaking of structures, we'll begin by sharing the story behind WeMasterTrade, how we were formed as a funding project, not broker, which is a very important distinction. Unlike brokers who profit from volume or loss, WeMasterTrade is built on the belief that your success is our success. We invest capital in traders, cover the risk for them, and share profits only when you do well. That's the foundation.
Exactly, and from that philosophy flows everything we offer, especially our trading package, which we'll be discussing in detail. We'll explain the logic behind each one, what kind of trader they're designed for, and how the structure changes depending on whatever you choose, the challenge model or instant funding model. So if you ever looked at our package and thought which one is right for me, today we'll answer that.
And more than that, we'll also do live comparison between packages. We'll break down pricing, account size, maximum drawdown, consistency rules, and even payout side by side to help you make a fully informed decision. So it's one thing to see the number on the website, but it's another thing to understand the intention behind them.
Right, and once you understand the packages, the next question is always how do I stay compliant while trading? So we move naturally into discussing trading rules, which honestly is one of the most important parts of today's sessions. We'll explain what the die loss limit is and how it's calculated, why it includes both close and floating P&L, and how to avoid violating it, especially overnight. We go into the maximum total loss, the consistency ratio, and we even address common misunderstandings about trading sizing and risk per trade policies.
And we won't just explain rules in isolation, we'll explain them in the context of right-turning decisions. We'll share some personal examples of mistakes I made when I first started trading under funded conditions and how I adjusted, because rules aren't meant to restrict you, they're there to protect the integrity of your growth.
And while we're on the topic of helping you success, we're guiding you through our current promotion plan, including limited discount code, trader support campaign, bonus capital opportunities, and how to properly qualify and submit proof. So we have some amazing responses to our promotions, but also some confusion. So we'll be showing you what exactly you need to do step by step.
And from there, we will transition into a discussion on our scale plan, which I personally think is one of the most underrated parts of WeMasterTrade's offering. Many people don't realize this, but we have a structured growth pathway in place. If you perform well consistently, you don't just get payouts, you actually unlock higher capital tiers. It's not just about getting funded once, it's about evolving into a six-figure funded trader.
And speaking of growth, one of the most powerful ways to build long-term income at WeMasterTrade is through our profit-sharing model. This is the heart of what makes us different from prop firms. When you trade on a funded account and generate profit without breaking rules, we share that profit with you up to 90%. But there's more to it than just the percentage. We'll explain the full payout circle, thresholds, and time price today.
So I know many of you watching today aren't just traders, you're also educators, influencers, or people with large networks, but don't worry, we're also taking time to explain our affiliate program, and we'll do it transparently. We'll work you through how commissions are calculated and how affiliate referrals are tracked, and more importantly, you need to qualify for payout, including a detailed explanation of the two referee rules and minimum funding conditions.
This is especially important because we want all our partners to feel confident and clear about their earnings. We've seen a huge growth in affiliate activity recently, and we want to ensure everyone is promoting responsibly, understanding the terms, and building long-term income streams.
So as you can tell, this is not just a surface live stream. We're diving into everything: packages, rules, promos, gala packs, profit sharing, and affiliate opportunities, all in one purpose in mind: helping you make the most informed, empowered, and confident decision possible.
And we want this to be interactive, not just informative. So if you have a question at any point, please drop it in the chat. Our moderators are watching and will answer as many questions live as we can. Your voice matters.
And if you're watching this on replay, don't worry, we leave timestamp and summaries below, and you can always reach out to our team with any follow-up inquiries. Our support team is incredible and they really care about having trader success.
So to wrap it up, I'd like to say this: WeMasterTrade is not just a platform, it's a commitment to build real traders, to create cultures, pathways around the world. It's about trading as a profession, not a game. So if you're great to understand exactly where you need to be, and let's dive into this journey together. So let's begin once again. Welcome back to the WeMasterTrade live stream. Okay, so before we dive into packages, trading rules and promotion mechanics, we want to take a moment to zoom out and offer you the full pictures of who WeMasterTrade really is. So what we believe in and why we've built this platform the way we have, because when you're putting your trust and believing into a company, understanding philosophy isn't just thought, it's essential. So this segment is about origin, intention, and impact. It's about how WeMasterTrade began and what values under the forum and how those values translate into real tools and real outcomes for traders like you. So to walk through that, I'm joined as always by two people who live and breathe these principles, Scarlett and Ralph. So let's start at the beginning.
Thanks, Aidan. To truly understand WeMasterTrade, you need to understand why it was created. Unlike many platforms or brokers that evolved from traditional financial institutions, WeMasterTrade was born with a purpose-driven mission to give capable traders access to capital, regardless of their background, location, or financial situation. We were founded in 2022 as part of the WeMasterTrade Group, headquartered in Vancouver, Canada. While WeMasterTrade built its name on signal sharing, investor networks, and copy trading tech, WeMasterTrade was designed to serve a more focused vision to identify, support, and scale high potential traders, giving them a pathway to earn professionally without risking their own savings.
And it's important to note that WeMasterTrade is not a broker. That's not just a label, it's a fundamental difference. We don't profit from spreads or commissions. Our success is directly tied to the success of our traders. That's why everything we build, from our instant funding packages to our profit sharing model, is structured with alignment in mind. We take on the capital risk, we give you the roadmap, and you bring the skill. But we also know that skill alone isn't enough, which is why one of our founding principles is education first. We don't want traders to blindly follow the rules, we want them to understand the logic behind the structures. That's why we've invested heavily into the WeMasterTrade Academy, a training ecosystem built to take you from the beginner to consistently funded professional.
And that academy is something special, with courses ranging from introductory trading psychology all the way to advanced calibrations and multi-asset strategy design. The WeMasterTrade Academy isn't just about theory, it's about implementation. So we've designed the curriculum to match the real-world trading environment within WeMasterTrade. So what you learn, you can apply directly to your funding account. And to ensure that our system and content meet labor standards, WeMasterTrade is proud to hold an ISO 21001 2018 certification, which confirms that our education products and traders development program meet regulatory international criteria for quality, structure, and learner engagement.
That certification is a big deal because it shows our long-term commitment to developing traders, not just collecting fees. In an industry where many so-called platforms come and go, WeMasterTrade has positioned itself with a real operational stability, compliance frameworks, and international accountability. We're not here for a season. We're here to help build careers.
And we've seen that commitment translate into real stories. If you visit our testimonial page, you will find traders from Nigeria, Vietnam, Canada, the Philippines, South Africa, on talking about how WeMasterTrade help them not just earn more, but trade with purpose. They talk about passing challenges after years of struggling with retail brokers. They talk about finally being able to trade without the emotional burden of risking personal funds. We had students become full-time traders, we had women re-enter the finance world after career breaks, and we also had young professionals from underbanked regions finally access the market with a funding account. That's the impact, and that's what drives.
And it doesn't stop there. The WeMasterTrade ecosystem is designed to grow with you. For those who want to stay engaged and up to date, we maintain a regularly updated book section where our team of experts and educators share weekly insight, trading psychology breakdowns, market reactions, and platform updates. So we believe that learning never ends, and we keep our traders informed. But let's also talk about the culture. What makes WeMasterTrade different isn't just the product offering, It's the community mindset. We actively promote trader integrity, respectful competition, and knowledge sharing. So whether you're in a Telegram group, watching our YouTube series, or engage with online support, you see that we actually listen.
And I'll speak honestly here. In many platforms, trader is just a customer at WeMasterTrade. The trader is the product. Your performance drives the business. Your voice shapes the platform, and your consistency determines how far we can scale together. And that mutual accountability is rare, and it's something we're proud of.
And if you have ever doubted whether this path is real, whether a trading career is truly within reach, I encourage you to read the testimonials, take a look at our funded accounts, and connect with people who've gone through the system. The stories are real, the capital is real, the results speak for themselves.
To summarize, WeMasterTrade is a capital allocator, a talent accelerator, and an education-first trading institution. So we are here to challenge the status of core trading access, to build sustainable reward performance over promotions, and to create dual scalable income opportunities for traders around the world, regardless of their starting point. So this is more than just a platform, it's a trading movement. And if you're ready to be a part of it, today's live stream will show you everything you need to know. Okay, so now that we have explored who WeMasterTrade is and the principles that we stand for, it's time to move on to the most essential part of this live stream, the in-depth discussion of account packages. So this is where it all begins for most traders, choosing the structure that best align with their goal, style, and their current skill level. And when we say packages, we're not just talking about dollar figures, but we are talking about framework. So each package here at WeMasterTrade have, a different pathway to it grow. And today we will walk you through all of them, what they offer, what their structures, and more importantly, who they're designed for.
Exactly, Aidan. At WeMasterTrade, we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all model. That's why we built two distinct product lines for traders, the challenge package and the instant funding package. Each line includes a variety of account size and configurations, because you know that traders come with different strengths, risk appetites, and top lines.
So let's begin with the challenge model, a two-phase evaluation system built for traders who want to prove their skills before being allocated capital. It structures fair and has become the most popular route for new traders entering the WeMasterTrade ecosystem.
In the challenge model, you begin with a stimulate account, and your goal is to meet specific profit targets while staying within strict but reasonable risk parameters. There are three stages in total: phase 1, phase 2, and then the funded account.
So take for instance our $10,000 challenge account, a great starting point for traders who want to minimize upfront costs while building a track record. Let's break it down phase by phase.
In phase 1, you need to achieve an 8% profit target, which is $800 without breaching a 5% daily loss limit, which is $500, or a 10% overall loss limit, which is $1,000. You have unlimited time to achieve this. That's a key difference from many platforms. We don't pressure you with deadlines.
And once you pass phase 1, you will move to phase 2, where your profit target drops to 6%, that's $600. The risk rule remains the same, and here's something unique. In phase 2, you already start receiving a 30% profit share if you exceed the target.
Finally, once both phases are clear, you enter the funded account, where you trade with real capital, have no profit targets, and your profit sharing jumps to 90%. That's one of the highest in the industry.
And this account is ideal for newer traders or experienced traders who want to start with a lower pressures and learn the system. If you're still refining your strategies or want to get a feel for WeMasterTrade risk framework before scaling, this is the perfect package to begin with.
So now for those who are confident with their strategies and want to start with the larger size, we offer 25,000, 50,000 and 100,000 challenge packages. The structure is similar to phases, the same 5% dailies and 10% maximum loss, but the perfect target scale proportionally.
For example, in the $50,000 challenge, you need to hit $4,000 in phase 1 and $3,000 in phase 2. While the targets are higher, the leverage remains the same, 1 to 100, giving you room to adjust position sizing.
The $25,000 to $100,000 challenges are ideal for traders with more capital management experience, especially those looking to eventually scale into larger funding accounts. If you have already passed other broad challenges or have a strong verified trading history, this is a good step up.
So our challenge packages come with a one-time fee. For example, it's just $45 for the 10K challenge. So the fees is refundable once you become funded and meet minimum requirement conditions. So what happens if things don't go your way? So you are eligible for a 30% reset discount code to start fresh. But what if you don't want to go through each challenge after all, but instead want to access real capital immediately or and get paid based on PLE results? Oh, that's where our instant funding packages come to play.
And this is where WeMasterTrade truly set itself apart. Our instant funding model is designed to give experienced, disciplined traders the chance to trade real capital from day one. No evaluation, no demo stages, just pure live trading powered by a structured, fair and transparent system. And what makes it even more accessible is that you can choose from several different account types depending on your style, references and goals. Today we're going to walk you through each of the 5 main instant funding packages: Standard, 51010, 510 510 OBC and Customized. We will compare the details, but more importantly we will help you figure out which package is right for you.
So let me set the scene quickly. All of our instant funding packages give you live trading access from day one. That means no challenge phases, no evaluations. You pay once, follow the rules, and you're trading live capital. And every account, no matter the size, include no time limit, up to 90% profit share, bound based daily loss. Scale up plan to $1 million, support for EAs, wing trades, scalping, and even HFT. So now let's go packages by packages. As we go Scarlet and Rough, I want you to jump in with real advice and who should actually choose this one, and what kind of traders you've seen to succeed with each.
Let's start with the standard package. I always describe this one as the best friend for traders who just want stability. You're getting up to $200,000 in capital with a very manageable 4% daily loss limit and 6% overall loss limit.
It's like that calm, steady account that doesn't push you to overtrade. And with the profit split up to 90%, there's serious earning potential, even you are taking a slow and steady approach.
So what about commissions?
Competitive across the board. Forex at $4 per lot, gold at $4 per lot, index at $1, and stock at just $0.075 per lot.
And everything is allowed: nails trading, scalping, weekend holding, EAs, HFT, you name it.
So for the audience, if you're someone who trades regularly, understanding our strategy, and wants a full range of assets and want to play the game, this is your sweet spot.
It's perfect for intermediate to advanced traders who already know their edge but don't want to stress with a target-based challenge. And if you have ever had an account flow due to unrealistic rules, you'll find the standard model refreshingly fair.
I also say it suits swing traders. The 4 and 6% risk profile gives just enough flexibility to hold multi-day positions, especially with weekend holding fully allowed.
So, alright, moving over here, let's talk about the 5-10-10 package. Same capital ceiling up to 200,000 balance, but you get 5% daily loss and a wider 10% overall limit. So, why does that matter?
Well, that execution is massive for traders who scale into positions or take multiple entries per setup. You have got more room to breathe, especially in high volatility markets.
And the profit target here is also 10%, which align well with the risk window, plus you still get full support for scalping. EA's news trading is very trader friendly.
And this is best for day traders, especially those trading assets like NXA, DAQ, or gold that move fast. If you got a tested intraday strategies and just need some risk breathing room, this is your package.
And also for traders who want structure but don't mind having that profit target, the clear milestone motivates some people, especially if they are payout oriented.
So, here's a personal favorite, the 5-10-0. You get 5% daily and 10% overall loss, but no profit target, none, zero.
And that's a blessing for higher precision traders. You're no longer chasing a number, you just focus on protecting equity and growing capital slowly and safely.
And this one is loved by low frequency traders and snipers. If you enter 3 to 5 trades a week, this is your space. You are not penalized for patience. You are actually rewarded for it.
Veterans, swing traders, risk-conscious traders, people who prioritize consistency over speed. If that's you, you thrive here.
And let's be honest, not everyone wants to hit targets. Some just want to trade well and scale cleanly. This is their home.
So now for the rule breakers, or rather those who don't want to be evaluated on how even the profits are, the 5-10-10 no PC removes profit consistency track in May.
Exactly, same 5/10 risk profile, but you are not required to keep your profit growth smooth. One big winning day is totally fine.
That said, trade copies are not allowed in this one, so it's for manual traders only, and you need to trade responsibly. But for aggressive traders who sometimes hit big spikes, this is the place.
And this package is perfect for high risk, high reward traders or anyone who's had issue with consistency rules at other firms. You trade how you want, just keep it inside the drawn box.
Okay, and last but not least, the customer packer. So this is WeMasterTrade saying, you know what you need, let's build it together.
You can adjust daily loss, overall loss, profit target, and consistency rules to your liking. Plus, you can fund up to $400,000, more than any other account.
It's premium, flexible, and comes with on trading style allowed, including EA's near trading, weekend holding, HFT, and more. And this package is suitable for top-tier professionals and hedge fund traders, signal provider, high volume traders, anyone with a very specific structure in mind. This package lets you build it.
So to sum it up, every instant funding package we offered comes with clear risk perimeters, fat connections, and deep market access and real profit potential. There are no limits and payouts start as early as 1 day in.
And no matter your strategy, escaping swing, algo, or manual, there's an account that aligns with you. The key is picking the right one now, so you can start building consistency from the start.
And if you are ever unsure, our team is available 24/7 to guide you. But the real secret, pick the account that fits your discipline, not your dreams. The right fit always outperforms the biggest promise.
So up next, we'll walk you through exactly how to protect your account, avoid breaches, and understand the key risks and consistent rules that empower our platform. So stay tuned. This is WeMasterTrade, where real capital meets your strategy.
Trade. We copy trade.
Alright traders, so now that you've seen the packages, so let's talk about the part that either makes or breaks your account. That's right, it's time to dig into the trading rules and how to actually stay compliant once you're funded. Because let's be honest, getting funded is exciting, but staying funded, well, that's where the game begins. And the number one reason traders lose their account, is come to the one thing, the daily loss limit.
Yes, the dreaded daily loss is the one rule traders think they understand until it kicks them out of their accounts at 3:17 p.m. on a random Tuesday.
But here the good news. Once you understand how it really works, it becomes one of your best tools for risk control. So today, let's break it down from top to bottom.
So what is the daily loss limit, also called maximum daily loss?
Is the maximum amount of loss you're allowed to incur in both floating and closed trades on any single trading day. If your equity falls below that limit, even for a moment, your account is automatically closed.
And the key thing here is the daily loss is calculated from the higher of either your balance or your equity at the start of the trading day. That's a really important distinction, and it's what trips a lot of people up.
So let's work through a live example to imagine the start of day 5. Your balance is 105,000 and your equity, however, is high at 107,000 because of open floating profit.
If you are a 4% daily loss limit, we'll calculate it off the higher number, $107,000.
So 4% of $107,000 is $4,280. That means your equity for the rest of that day can't drop below $102,720, or boom, the account is gone.
So Ryan, I think it's important to point this out. The system isn't waiting for a closes real time even if your trade is floating loss and you haven't closed it yet. If your equity dips below that threshold for even a second, well, that's it.
Now let's reverse it. Say it's the start day 7, your balance is 100,000, but your equity is 99,000 because your open trades are slightly in loss.
Since balance is higher, we base the 4% on the balance, so $4,000.
So now your equity must stay above 69,003 at a day. If it drops to, let's say, 65,999, auto liquidation kicked in, no warning, no margin call.
And the system will send a market order to close on trades. Everything liquidates. Your account is disabled and you can't trade again unless you purchase a new packet.
And here's the kicker. The auto close happens when the system detects the thresholds and cost was crossed, but due to market fluctuations, your final profit and loss might look worse than the actual thresholds. That's because the system executes a closure based on price slippage at the time of liquidation.
So even if you only intend to take a 39,500 loss, once slippage spikes and go for a Nasdaq, and certainly is 4,200. So that's where we say don't ride the edge.
Alright, let's talk about how to avoid violating this rule, because this is where the bro mindset kicks in.
First tip, know your buffer. Never blink trades to take you right off to the edge of your limit. Leave at least 10 to 15% room below the max limit, especially in the volatile markets.
Tip 2, check your equity, not just your balance. I can't stress it enough. Most traders stare at their balance all day, but if your floating loss is dragging your equity, you are heading toward violation.
So, tip 3, use a dashboard or a tracker. So inside WeMasterTrade, we provide risk dashboard that shows your live drawdown status. Use them, check them, and don't rely on memory.
Also, post trading after a big loss early in the day. If you lost 3% in the first hour of London session, maybe it's time to stop and reflect, not try to revenge trade your way back up.
Another big one, trade smaller during news hours. If you are trading gold during NFP with full lot size, you are practically begging to break the die loss rule, cut position size, and risk post volatility.
So what are the top mistakes you see when it comes to daily loss?
Well, number 1, over leveraging. Traders open positions that are 5, 6, 7% of their account, thinking they close quickly, but if the trade turns red fast, it's already too late.
Number 2, holding overnight without checking exposures. If you hold 3 trades overnight and wake up to a 60 pip gap, the die loss could be hit before you even open your eyes.
And the third, assuming that closed trades are all that matter, they're not. Remember, equity includes both floating profit and closed positions, so the total equity line is your score.
I always say this to new traders: the daily loss rule isn't your enemy, it's your account's airbag. It's designed to protect you from doing something irreversible.
Exactly, it forces discipline. You can be aggressive, but only within the box. And if you learn to trade inside the box, you will last longer than 90% of the market.
And one last note, it isn't just about rule, it's about trust. So WeMasterTrade funds here because we trust that you manage risk responsibly. So the daily loss is that to protect the trust on both sides. So next up, we are going to talk about the maximum loss rule, also known as your account stop loss, the lines that can't be crossed, not just for the day, but for the entire life of your trading account.
And this is where a lot of traders misunderstand how the rules work. They think, well, I didn't hit my daily limit, so I'm fine. But then a week later, they trade away at their account and suddenly liquidation.
The max loss rule is the last safety net. If the daily loss is your daily seatbelt, then max loss is your airbag. If the limit is hit, it means the account is deemed unsalvageable under your current trajectory and is closed immediately.
So what exactly is a max loss rule? So let's define it simply. It's the total maximum amount you are allowed to lose. So across all trades for the entire account, if your equity, that is your real-time capital, including option trades, ever dropped to below a certain percentage of your trading balance, your account is gone, period.
And unlike the daily loss, which resets every day, this one doesn't reset. It's cumulative. You can lose 2% one day, 3% the next, and if your total drawdown crosses the line, that's it.
And the percentage limit depends on your package. It's typically either 6% or 10% of your initial balance, not your equity, not your profit, but the original number you started with.
So let's work through a concrete example. Suppose you have an instant funding account with an initial balance of 50,000 and your max loss limit is 6%, which here is 3,000.
That means your equity can never go below $47,000 ever. Doesn't matter if you make $1,000 yesterday. The total drawdown from your highest point back down to that threshold is what matters.
And remember, this rule includes both closed losses and floating losses. So if you lost 2,000 close trade and you have another $1,200 floating in red, your equity is now at $46,800. That's below the limit, account closed.
So just to be clear, it's not just about the net gain on lots of crop trades, it's about the where your equity stands in real time, so relative to that stop loss floor.
Here's where it gets interesting and a little tricky. Let's say your account grew to $51,000. Congrats, you're in profit.
But the max loss limit is still based on your original 50,000 starting balance. So if your limit is 6%, the threshold is still 47,000. What changes is how much room you have to fund before you hit it.
So exactly, you have 4,000 in total buffer because 50,000 minus 47,000 equals 4,000. So your profit gives you caution, but the floor never moves.
So what happens when you break it? Once your equity drops below that maximum loss threshold, even by a few dollars, auto liquidation triggers. On trades are closed immediately at market price.
And again, like with the daily loss, if there's volatility or slippage, your account might close out before the line. That's just execution reality.
And most importantly, one is each of the account is pertinent and saver, so you need to purchase a new package if you want to continue trading. No reset, no rollbacks.
Alright, let's get tactical. How do you actually trade inside this rule without constantly worrying about it?
First, check your total close losses every day. You should always know how close you are to your maximum loss floor. Don't wait till the dashboard warning. Calculate it manually.
Second, use your profits as protection, not permission. Don't treat floating profit as green light to increase risk. Instead, consider locking in gains by reducing lot size when you are ahead.
Third, manage your floating dollars aggressively. Even if you're positive overall, a single trade with 4 stock floating can take you from safety to shut down in a few minutes.
Fourth, stay cool when you're close. If you're down 5% out of your 6% limit, that is not the time to double down. That's the time to step away, pause, and rethink your entries.
About the biggest mistake, underestimating floating drawdown. Traders close 3 losers and think, okay, I still got room. But they forget about the 4 trade floating minus $1,800.
Well, second, traders who chase recovery after a bad day, they lose 4% in one day, come back swinging the next day thinking they'll make it back, and instead take another 2%, boom, violation.
Third, and this one hurts ignoring sleep pager and major news. Even if it's tight stop, newcomers can gap you straight through your limit.
And the max loss rule is there for a reason. It's not there to punish you, it's there to protect you from yourself. Every successful trader I know sees their stop loss, whether personal or institutional, as a non-negotiable boundary.
Right, is a reality check. If you are constantly brushing up against your max loss, the problem isn't the rule, the problem is your system or your psychology.
And every WeMasterTrade, we're not just giving capital, we're teaching structure. And the math loss rule is what separates gamblers from professionals. So remember, your math loss is a percentage of your starting balance, typically 6 or 10%. It's calculated using equity, not balance, and it includes both close and floating losses. And once reach your account, it's gone. So coming up next, we'll exploring the consistency rules and why steady profit matters and big spike when it comes to moving, scaling, and getting paid.
And if you have ever made $5,000 in one day, then made $200 the next 4 days, and wonder why your payout got black, this next segment is for you.
Let's dive into the rhythm of profitability and how to stay consistent under the WeMasterTrade model.
So stay with us. This is the WeMasterTrade live stream where structure meets opportunity. Alright, so we have talked about the daily loss limit and we've just covered the maximum loss rule, 2 pillars of protecting your capital. But now it's time to shift gears and just, little and talk about it. Not about results, because here the things is not just about staying alive in the game. At WeMasterTrade, we want to see traders grow, scale, and actually earn. So to do that, you need more than just a winning day. You need something called profit consistency.
This rule right here, the profit consistency rule, is what separates a lucky spike from a reliable trader. It tells us whether you can make money over time or if you're just hoping to hit one big winner and roll the dice.
And more importantly, it's also how we evaluate if a trader is eligible for withdrawal, profit sharing, and even scale up. So if you are funded and you are wondering why your payout didn't go through, this rule could be the reason.
So let's define it clearly. The profit consistency ratio is a measure of how even your profits are from day to day. The more balanced your ratio, the less consistent, meaning you have one giant profit day and then smaller losing day, the higher your ratio.
The idea is simple. If 80% of your total profit came from one day, that's not consistency, that's luck or risk. What we want to see is traders who make profit day after day, even if it's small. That's what we can scale.
The formula is really straightforward. Take your best trading day's profit and divide it by your overall profit since you started the account, then multiply by 100.
And your best day divided by total profit multiplied 100 is equal your profit consistency ratio.
And just to be clear, best day refers to your highest gross profit in a single calendar day, and total profit is the sum of all your close profit minus any close losses or open losses across the life of the account.
So, for a real example, let's say you had the following results over 5 trading days. In day 1, you get $100, $200 in day 2, minus $50 in day 3, $100 in day 4, and $60 in day 5.
That means your total net profit across 5 days is $100 plus $200 minus $50 plus $100 and plus $60, which equal to $410.
And your best day would take 2, that's $200 in profit.
So now we apply the formula 200 divided to 410 equal to 0.4878. Multiply that by 100 and you get a profit consistency ratio of 48.78%.
Now let's say your account requires 20% profit consistency, which is common. This trader is way above that. They wouldn't qualify for a payout yet.
So even though this trade is profitable, if they're not consistent enough, they had one big day that made them almost half of their total profit. That's not sustainable, and that's what we're looking at here.
And this is where I really want to speak to traders. If you're relying on 1 or 2 big days to carry your entire account, that's not professional trading. That's volatility. You can get lucky, but you won't stay funded.
And remember, it's not just about your payout this week. WeMasterTrade evaluate your consistency over time. Traders who show long-term balance are the ones who get scale up, who get futures, who get trusted with more capital.
So let's address the numbers. So what an acceptable profit consistency ratio?
Typically, the rule is set at 20%. That means your best day should not exceed 20% of your overall profit.
So if you made $5,000 total, your biggest single profit day should not be more than $1,000. If it is, you need to keep trading slowly to bring down that ratio down.
Let's say you over the limit, don't panic. You are not disqualified, you just need to keep trading and even out the curve.
Here's how to do that. First, you need to trade smaller size for a few days. Second, you need to take smaller controlled wins and for 200 or 300 days. Next up, you need to avoid big swing trades that could spike your ratio again. And the last one, spread profit across multiple days, not one monster setup.
And for those using EAs, manage your equity curve. If your EA is growing profitably into one day, you might need to rebalance it. The vault might be profitable, but it won't pass this route unless it's configured with payout losses in mind.
And here's some common mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, traders hitting target early, then taking the rest of the week off. That inflate your best day and leave the rest of your curve flat.
Now second, overtrading after a big day, thinking I'm safe now and trying to squeeze more instead of averaging out that high ratio.
And mistake 3, the thinking this is just a hurdle, is not. It's a reflection of what we are actually looking when evaluating a master trader.
Well, at the end of the day, this isn't about controlling you, it's about building habits that can handle scale. If you can't be consistent with $25,000, what happens when we give you $100,000 or more?
Exactly, consistency is what makes you safe to invest in. As WeMasterTrade, we fund traders, but we also study them. This will tell us whether you are serious about long-term trading.
And we've seen it time and time, the traders who respect this route are the ones who get multiple payouts, referrals, and grow into six-figure on their account.
So don't fear the rule, understand it, use it as a feedback tool. If your ratio is too high, great, that means you got profit. Now keep going balance out.
And remember, you don't need to calculate it manually. WeMasterTrade dashboard calculates the profit consistency ratio automatically. You can track it anytime under your statistic tab.
So to recap, this rule is about balance, not volume. Aim to keep your bet say under 20% of your total profit. Spread your wins across multiple sessions and monitor your progress in the dashboard. So coming up next, we'll be diving into the scalp plans and how consistency like this actually leads to more capital, more trust, and more profit share.
If you're ready to turn a $10,000 account into a 100,000 one without ever changing your risk profile, don't go anywhere.
This is where the reward kicks in.
Okay, thank you, Rav and Scarlett. So next up we are going to enter just a short break, and in a moment we'll be getting you back to the scalp plan and the promotion plan that we are currently running.
Trade.
Alright, welcome back. I believe you made it through the risk rule, the contingent, and the structure of the payouts. So now let's talk about why it's all worth it, because at the end of the day, we know what every trader really wants.
More capital, more room to trade, bigger loss, higher rewards without ever putting your own money at risk.
And that's exactly what the WeMasterTrade scale plan is built to provide. This is our roadmap from being a small account trader to managing a $1 million funding account. And it's not fantasies, it's clear path with defined milestones.
So the scale plan is our performance-based growth program. As you trade well, meaning you hit your targets, avoid violations, and demonstrate risk control, we increase your capital allocation. In other words, you earn more room to trade without spending more out of the pocket.
And let's be clear, this isn't tied to subscription models or agreements. You don't pay for scale up, you earn it through consistency, profits, and discipline.
And the scaling is aggressive. We are talking about doubling, tripling, and eventually scaling you all the way to 1 million in funded capital, depending on where you start.
So at WeMasterTrade, we offer two types of scale plans depending on your account type. The first is percentage-based scaling, and the second is amount-based scaling.
And let's start with the percentage-based plan. You begin as an evaluation trader level 1 with 100% of your base account. Hit the 20% profit target with profit consistency and you're promoted to level 2, where your capital increased by 50%.
And from there, the growth explodes to 300% at level 3, 600% at level 4. At level 5, it is 1200%, and level 6, 2400%, and finally, mass allocation, $1 million.
So, and for each level, you don't just need to hit the profit target, you need to also complete at least 2 payout cycles, so the system knows that you're not just performing, you're stable.
Now, for instant funding account, the scale up works with a set dollar targets, and the plan adjusts depending on your initial funding size.
Let's take the 10,000 funded traders as an example, and here's how the level look. 10,000 at level 1, 50,000 at level 2, 30,000 level 3, 60,000 level 4, at level 5 is 120,000, 240,000 level 6, 480,000 at level 7, 960,000 at level 8, and 1 million at level 9.
And each step has its own profit cap target, usually 10 to 20%, and some levels require profit consistency, especially in the early stages. Once you're beyond level 3 or level 4, the consistency requirement drops and it becomes all about raw performance and discipline.
If you start with a $25,000 account, your first profit target is $5,000. Hit that with consistency, you bump up to $37,500, then $75,000, then $150,000, all the way to $1 million.
And don't worry, you don't lose your account if you don't hit the target fast. There are no time limits. You'll grow at your own pace as long as you stay within the rules.
Okay, so to move on to the next level, here's what you need to do. So you need to reach a specified profit target, avoid all conditions, violations, especially the MAC loss or J loss, and complete at least 2 successful payouts and maintain profit consistency if required for that stage.
Once all conditions are met, we issue a personalized trading agreement and upgrade your account size.
And the best part, with a bigger account, you are earning more without increasing your risk per trade. That's real capital leverage. And about the common pitfalls to avoid, let me be real for a second. The most common mistake, overtrading to force the target. Traders push too hard trying to scale fast and end up violating drawdown.
Another one, ignoring consistency in the early levels. If you make 80% of your profits in one day, that payout won't qualify. You need to spread your wins.
And of course, not planning your growth, so you should know what your next scale target is and trade in a way that prepares for it. Don't just trade for today, trade for level 7.
And scaling isn't just financial, it's mental. Every level brings more capital, but also more responsibility. If you're trading $10,000, how will you handle $300,000?
Exactly, that's why the scale up is step by step. We test your psychology, your discipline, your patience, long before we hand you 7-figure capital.
So that's what makes real funding, not demo type, not a gimmick. It's a structured capital ladder for real traders.
So if you're wondering whether it's worth staying consistent, passing challenges, and trading patiently, this is your answer. From $10,000 to $1 million is possible, and it's been done repeatedly by WeMasterTrade traders.
We start with one rule following, profit making, discipline month with growth.
So take your time, to respect the rules, because here at WeMasterTrade, when we scale the performance, when we mean it. And with that, we wrap up the full walkthrough of WeMasterTrade funding system, from account setup to risk management to scale up. Whether you're starting with 10K or 200K, the goal to 1 million is real. So coming up is our final segment. We'll explore the profit sharing model and how payouts are distributed, including timeline, eligibility, and the secret to getting your profit sent out fast.
You earn it, now let's talk about how to get it.
Alright traders, we've talked about the rules, the structure, scaling and discipline, but now let's talk about rewards, because what's the point of performing well, say it's consistent and scaling up, if we're not getting paid for it?
Well, exactly, this is the part everyone waits for, because while it's great to trade professionally, there's nothing better than seeing that payout hit your wallet. And at WeMasterTrade, we don't just fund your trades, we reward your performance. That's why we built a tier profit sharing model that grows with you.
So let's start with the basic. As a funded trader, you keep a percentage of the profits you generate. It's called your profit share. So at WeMasterTrade, your share starts at 50% and grows all the way up to 90%. Depending on how many payouts you have completed.
And here's how it breaks down. First payout 50%, second payout 75%, and third payout and beyond 90%.
And remember, this applies to all package types unless otherwise noted. Whether you're trading a trading account or instant funding, this is the general path.
So now why just not start at everyone at 90%?
Because profit sharing is about trust and performance over time. The first payout proves you are profitable, the second shows you are consistent, and the third, that's when WeMasterTrade goes, okay, you earn the top tier.
And by that point, you know your strategy, your risk management, and your payout behavior. So it's not just performance, it's partnership.
So let's talk exception, because not all packages follow the exact same track.
Well, for the 5-10-10 PC package, if your account has breached the risk consistency rule, your profit share gets reduced to a fixed 20%. That's a hard rule.
And for 5-10-0 packages, if your total profit is under 6%, the profit share is also fixed at 20%, regardless of payout number. So you need to trade above that threshold to earn the standard 50, 75, and 90 scale.
And for new PC accounts, the profit share is also influenced by your daily loss behavior. If you stay under 1% daily loss, you still qualify for tier payout, but once that cross, penalties apply.
Payouts are not automatic. You must request them through your trader dashboard. It's a simple process. Choose your amount, confirm your method, submit.
If you don't request it, it stays in your trading account. It's rolled over, not lost.
So, and you can do it daily, not just weekly or monthly. You have full control.
And when it comes to receiving funds, we support multiple secure global options. Here's what you can do. Bank transfer via SWIFT or local bank may incur bank fees. PayPal, Wise, Coinbase, which is crypto, Deal Card, and Stripe.
And here's the good news. PayPal, Wise, Coinbase, Deal, and Stripe are all free on our site. No hidden withdrawal fees from WeMasterTrade.
Of course, depending on your country or currency, some external fees may apply, like PayPal, conversions, changes, or bank-wide processing, but we do everything we can to keep costs minimal.
And about how fast do you get paid? Once requested, payouts are generally processed within 24 to 48 business hours, sometimes faster, especially for crypto and Stripe, but bank wire may take a bit longer depending on your bank.
And if you're a new trader and your payout gets flagged or consistency review, don't panic. It's a routine part of the evaluation cycle, and often just means a quick dashboard review before approval.
So next up, we are going to enter the economic analysis of today's calendar.
Well, starting with France, manufacturing PMI came in at 48.9, slightly better than expected. Service at 47.7, also a touch above forecast.
Right, but both still below 50, that's signal contractions. The key takeaway, France is still cooling but not collapsing. So Europe ones aren't through, but they are not panicking either.
Exactly, it's a less bad kind of result. Market reaction was mute, but USD held steady. At 2:30 p.m., German flash PMI. Now Germany's numbers were the real surprise. Manufacturing jumped to 48.8 from 44.5. That's a massive improvement.
Totally agree, while still technically contracting, this rebound is significant. It suggests German industry is stabilizing, maybe even bottoming out.
Service hit 49.6, also up with both sector close to 50. Germany is showing signs of turning a corner. This definitely helped push euro pairs higher intraday.
And at 3 p.m., Eurozone-wide data followed the German trend. Manufacturing 49.2, up from 45.7. Services 50.4, back in expansion.
And let's not forget the German info business climate, which came in at 87.4, better than expected, but still below last month. Sentiment is shaky, but improving.
Exactly. Its markets see consistency in this trend. ECB rate cutbacks might get pushed back a bit.
Well, at 3:30 p.m. UK flash PMI, so let's hop over to the UK manufacturing at 46.2, better than forecast, but down from April's 48.1. Service held at 50, barely clinging to expansion.
So again, mixed signal. Manufacturing is slowing more sharply while services stabilize. This won't give the BOA a strong case either way, so GBP might stay in a choppy range.
Agreed, GBP USD didn't break out. Traders are waiting to clearer direction from the POE minutes or inflation data.
At 7:30 p.m., US unemployment claims now jumping to the US 10 ticket, up just slightly to 230,000, right in line, nothing dramatic, so market didn't react much.
Well, at 8:45 p.m. US flash PMI, so here's where things get interesting again. Manufacturing dips to 49.9, back to the pack in contraction, and service stays solid at 51.0, but down from 51.3.
Missed Park. Manufacturing weakness might spook equity market a bit, but the services sector remains the backbone of the US economy.
And don't forget this combo keeps the Fed in the holding pattern, no urgency to cut or hike.
At 9 p.m., US existing home sale. This was a nice surprise, 4.50 million units sold, beating last month 4.2 million. Housing is holding up despite high rates.
That's right. It's a subtle sign that consumer resilience is still there, good for USD strength going to Asia section. So to grab it all up, Eurozone is improving, UK is stagnating, and the US is resilient but slowly, safe to say.
Exactly. Forex traders should watch for momentum shifts in Euro USD and GBP USD, and equity traders should brace for possible rotation based on service sector strength versus manufacturing strength. And that's the end of the calendar news.
Thank you all for joining us today, and we hope with the sessions that were informative and as you as excited about the opportunities at WeMasterTrade as we are. So remember to like, subscribe and share the live stream at 32 might be benefit from it, and don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms for more updates, promotions and trading tips. Stay tuned for our upcoming events, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Until next time, happy trading.